Hello, beautiful everybody, and welcome to Metaphysical Musings with Megan. What do you think? Is that an okay title? Or it could be Megan's Metaphysical Musings. I've been going back and forth over the weekend trying to think of what is a really great name that I can use that describes what it is that we're doing when we connect like this and have these conversations about all the neat and interesting and curious things that happen to us every day, and how we can put that in the context of something different, something metaphysical. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts on metaphysical musings with Megan, and let's see where we can go with this. Also, I would love to hear what you want to hear. This is a great opportunity for you to ask me any questions you want to ask me about pretty much anything of the metaphysical nature, intuitive development, past lives, spirit guides, the classes I teach, what my experiences have been, and could become a really great platform for you to share your experiences as well. Let's see where we can go with this. Right now, it's something that I'm doing in my home. You're in my healing space at the moment, and just playing around with it and seeing where it goes. As some of you know, I have a radio show already on Transformational Talk Radio with Dr. Pat and the Dr. Pat Show. My radio show is called Playing on the Edge, Radical Change with Ease. And each month, Dr. Pat and I have a deep and meaningful conversation about a certain area of empowerment or healing or parts and aspects of our lives. This month, May, wow, that was a time travel moment. September, our show was all about being on the edge of change. The upcoming show for October is going to be all about being on the edge of love. And November's show is going to be about being on the edge of success. And that one will be live from Hawaii, where I'm going down for a 3-day mastermind retreat with Sage Levine, who is a powerhouse for women entrepreneurs around the world at this point. So stay tuned for these amazing radio shows. But in the meantime, we can have these conversations on a weekly basis, a little snippet of what's going on in our lives. One of the things that I want to share with you today is that the Confident Healer 2019 is now closed. We had our first full day workshop this past Saturday, and it was amazing. What an incredible group of women healers to be, women stepping in and saying, this is who I am and this is how I want to be of service to the world. And these courageous women are stepping into a most amazing and transformative journey. And we had so much fun on Saturday. Einstein showed up. I know, completely unexpected. We were doing a bit of an exercise, having a conversation about how it is that we perceive subtle energies. And I was describing that when somebody enters the room who's in spirit or energy form, that I'll often be shown parts of them first, things that will connect for the person who they've come to see or to bring a message to. And so I start describing this person who's sitting next to me in the chair, and I describe him as an older gentleman. And I described what he was wearing. And then some of the students were asking me, well, was he wearing a turban, or did he have short hair, or what color was his hair? Trying to determine if this individual was here for them or for one of them. And I said, no, the hair that I'm seeing, it's like the shock of white hair. It looks like Einstein. And one of the women said, well, maybe it is Einstein. And as soon as she said that, we all felt this collective energy. So I pulled out my pendulum, we started asking questions, and lo and behold, it was Einstein, or an aspect of Einstein. And each one of us, when we went around the circle, had some kind of a connection to Einstein in which he had been influential in our lives in some way. His thoughts, his theories, his philosophies, his way of being in the world. It was so much fun. And then later on in the day, we were talking about different kinds of past life experiences that we could have. And I was saying how I really feel deeply that I've had a number of past life experiences in which I have participated in some kind of an apocalypse at the time, whether it was a natural disaster or a political disaster, that everything I knew had been wiped out. And that this is a fear or a concern or a worry that I still sometimes feel. And then one of the students puts her hand up and says, Pompeii. Yes. I was in Pompeii. I've known this for many, many decades. I've had dreams about it. I've done projects on it. I've seen myself as a young boy, probably in my, like around 9, 10, or 11, out on a fishing boat with my father when the volcano erupted the last time. And the student says, maybe I was your father. And then she stops. She says, oh, but that's silly. That I don't know where that came from. Wait, I said, that's how I want you to do it. What's the first thing that comes into your mind? And maybe you were. Let's find out. So we got out our pendulum and we did our yes or no questioning. And it turns out, guess what? According to the pendulum and her and my knowing in our bodies as we were having this conversation, that's exactly what the relationship was. And interestingly, although I've had those impressions of Pompeii and being there when the volcano erupted, I haven't gone much farther in the story yet. So perhaps I was waiting for her so that she and I could do it together. These are the kinds of things that come up in workshops that are totally unplanned and are what make it so much fun when we can be open to that kind of experience. So the other things that I've been working with over the last little while, as you know, are my essential oils. And I've been creating new blends from my Nature Essence series of healing tools. And I've been having so much fun with my Young Living oils. And you may wonder why all of a sudden I'm harping on about Young Living. I've been ordering their oils and working with them quietly in the background for the past year or so, because I wanted to have a really strong sense of the quality, the high vibration, whether these oils were really going to be a fit for the work that I do before I started sharing them with anybody else. And I'm so excited to tell you that they are. And I'm a huge fan at this point and highly encourage anybody who's interested in learning more about essential oils, working with essential oils, understanding the science of essential oils and the medicine of them and the healing properties of them. If you want to find a place that has an enormous amount of resources and is creating community for those people who are working with their oils, then I say, please go and get yourself signed up for Young Living. Come and talk to me, or I'll put you on to my dear friend Susan Seal, who's our essential oil and Young Living guru in our healers community. And let's get you set up with that starter kit. It's on sale this month, 10% off, I think it is. Anyhow, this is not a hard sale. This is not a push. This is me sharing with you what my impression and experience has been with these oils, and highly recommending them to you if it's something that you feel you want to connect with. And that's where I want to leave us for today. I want to share with you another two actually of my essential oil recipes that I've come up with over the last week. The first one is an immune boosting combination, and we used this at our workshop on Saturday because a couple of people had been sick the week before workshop, and I wanted to do whatever I could to help support them and all of us while we were all together on Saturday. So this is an immune boosting blend, and it is a blend of sage, and I have to tell you, Young Living sage is it is my favorite sage oil, bar none. Oregano, also incredible and amazing. Pine and thyme. All of these are high immune boosters, antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, anti-stress, you name it. It's all got all the antis. And what I did was to take 2 drops of each and put it into my diffuser, the Desert Mist diffuser, which I love, and just left it all day to infuse the air with its beautiful aroma. It smelled a little bit like Italian cooking when people came into the house. You can also mix these oils into a carrier oil like coconut or your favorite unscented lotion, or a high quality organic oil. And you could apply this mixture to your chest and to your back between your shoulder blades if you wanted to use it topically as well, or even drops in your bathtub would be an excellent way to use it, or a few drops in a pot on the stove if you don't have a diffuser. And then the other one that I made, and I made this specifically for my father who injured his kneecap about 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago when he was in Italy. He fell on some of those stone flag steps and really did a lot of damage, and he's been in a lot of pain and discomfort since. I wanted to make something to help him with that. So what I put together for him is a mixture of basil, Panaway, which is one of Young Living's blends for pain and soft tissue damage, copaiba, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, which is an amazing oil, and one of its many attributes is that it boosts the effectiveness of other oils, so it's great to put in any of your blends. And then Raven, which is also a Young Living blend, which is often and most prominently used for chest and lower chest infections and breathing difficulties. But it also has an incredible blend of oils to help with easing off of pain and discomfort. So I blended these all together in a coconut oil base, organic coconut oil base, which is in itself incredibly healing, and gave it to my dad. So I think I did about 1 or 2, again, drops of each one of these. And he put it on his knee yesterday morning, and then he and I went out tromping through the woods all up and down the west coast of Vancouver Island, and he said his knee felt great. So that absolutely warms my heart to know that I could quickly and easily put something together that would help him and help ease his pain and help speed up his healing and recovery. This is what you can do with these oils, with any of the essential oils. But really, when you find a company that is creating essential oils in a way that really speaks to you, then I say make those your go-to oils. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope that you found this information useful and fun. And as I said, please let me know what you would like to know about, what you would like to hear about, or share some of your stories, or ask your own questions. You can do that down below in the comment section. Have an amazing, magical day these first few days of autumn. Mwah.